Hi, and welcome everyone to the channel that keeps producing unless the skies are gray, and I just do sing. Awkward. What are these? These are sunspots, really close sunspots. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. Even though I go on these 2 or 3 months at a time where it seems no subscribers arrive. So click that bell if you want the notifications for the next video, even though I'm always producing the videos. Close up, what do you think of that? Beautiful close ups of some sunspots on the sun. That's about as close as we can get, right? With the equipment that I'm using. But let me tell you something. The sun is extremely dangerous, as you all know, those of you doing your own research. And the sun, these two spots, both 29 and 54 and 29 and 55, I believe, are the numbers, are just facing Earth, and it's been like over a week. So I'm on day 3 or 4 of a snowstorm. So now, a shout out to Tony Brooks for talking about the moon and asking me to talk about some connections, and not just connections, about the inside of the moon. You know, everyone's talking about the outside, but what about the inside of the moon? And I came up with this genius idea, since I have so much documentation of lines and proof of lines on the surface of the moon, and also lines going inside of the moon. We have a lot to see in this video. Clavius crater, a real tower, several constructed objects beside Clavius crater, and we're going to go see a whole lot of lines and constructed objects, what I believe are constructed objects, on the surface of the moon. Thanks for being here, everyone. Tony Brooks, would they not be making lines and tunnels on the surface so that the people inside of the moon could exit the moon through both tunnels with UFOs, whatever the theory you want to use? It's possible. We do see lines right here, no filter. Here's a line going inwards to the darkness of a crater, and you could clearly see that that line is so straight, and it's over top, high rising over top of the crater itself. Here's where it gets serious. Less than 50 kilometers, yes, 50 kilometers from Clavius crater, a tower and two dark lines, which could be a connecting line that connects all the craters, or these two craters. Let's look at it very slowly. This is the real thing. Check it out, guys. 14-inch telescope, nice close-up. We can see the crater inside of Clavius crater, the one with that looks deep, and that's where the line's crossing over. And there, objects, unknown objects, and a 100% towering object, okay? And we're going to see in Mare Fecunditatis more towering objects and proof of construction, 90-degree angles of massive piping on the surface. No bullshit, and I'm going to show this to you all. Check it out. NASA, I hope you guys know this, that I know that all this shit's there. Look at the tower. It's right there. As hard as it is to see, it's not hard, it's small to see, right? Maybe you have a small screen. Maybe it's the daytime and you can't see it properly. You ready for some magic? Guess where this is? That's right, Mare Fecunditatis. And this is where I saw the UFO fleet that I showed you all, and I've proven it. We're going to look at that object in close detail. There's a lot of controversy around this area and around a tower being either with a light on it or a satellite on it. It's either lying down or not. Well, I can confirm it. It is lying down, and it was constructed. There's a square with a bright surface around it. Whatever the hell it is, it looks constructed, as does everything else. This is a beautiful view. This is the supposed tower we're going to see. The object is lying down. I'm going to prove it. I've seen thousands of channels talk about this object. And wait till I show you the beautiful close-ups that I've got for you. Check it out. There it is right there. Even looks like a bloody swastika on the bottom. You do see the 90-degree angles, the turning, the construction. Check it out. Blurry or not, it's beautiful, boy. I even see a half circle at the bottom of this towering object. And, of course, again, that stupid camouflage that we see all across the moon. There's that construction on the right, a square. It's incredible. Inside of Mare Fecunditatis. And with the filtering like this, wow, we could see every single object on the surface of the moon inside of Mare Fecunditatis. And again, here, Tony Brooks, objects going inside the moon. Is this a chimney stack? Is it lying down? I got lots to say. Look at the arrow. You see the gray material that's darker than the surface? Watch this line or drip, I call it, going inside again of some dark area. All these tunnels or chimney stacks sticking outside of the surface. So what does it mean? What is this tunnel? Let's say they're pumping oil out of the surface of the moon. This is right beside Copernicus crater. There's that real bloody line there, which stretches about 20, 30 kilometers, if not longer. And there's other areas of construction, and that's not pixelation. So could they be pumping oil, mining, right? Hoover was a mining engineer, right? Herbert Hoover, one of the presidents. Look up their occupations before they became presidents. There are the lines. Tony, check it out. Pause it here, guys. Look at what's going in the ground. 1, 2, 3 major lines. Another one over to the right, and 4 major lines in the center there. And plus that right there, more connections. And I'm going to show it to you with various filtering. It's incredible. And it's not all over the moon that we see these lines. So no, it's not pixelation. The beautiful part is that it's right beside a crater. There it is. Whoa. And you can see the lines going inside of it almost looks like highways, guys. So could this be pipes for people in the ground? Or is it what they are hauling out of the surface, like mining, for example? I'll tell you what, it looks like a power source. You see all these objects in there. Again, another 90-degree angle on the right. It doesn't stop. I'm running through this, right? But in reality, there is a lot of proof on the moon. Check this out. You know where we are? Well, we're inside of the Applebite, again, just off of Bianchini Crater in Sinus Iridum. Check it out. We see lines going over a platform-like object with dirt or something that's falling out into a blurry patch at the end. Guys, they're literally working on the freaking moon, okay? There's no filtering here except for a color, the green color. And look at the square there on top and the patches. 1, 2, 3 patches. It could be patches of dirt or, and I've been saying it for a 6th year now, it could be vegetation, right? I think the moon basically is our twin. So again, this is inside of the Applebite of Sinus Iridum. You want to see another area with lines? Right outside of the Southern Highlands. I've never hidden the areas either. Check out the lines in the center and look at the complexity in those lines in the center. Again, is it transportation? But I'll tell you what, we can see that these lines look like most of them are going, they're along the surface, but they go inside of the moon. So is there someone in the moon? Or are they hauling oil and minerals or whatnot outside of the moon? You know, helium. There's a whole bunch of talk about different, there's that, right beside Copernicus, the line that we can see there. Right, too much to say. We're going to see signs of construction and lines and pipes. But first, I want to talk about the secret and structures that are hiding on the surface, but in reality not hiding, and that are right in our face. You're looking right at them. 2 types of material. You have a bright reflective material with a base as a black surface, which is not a shadow, and they are often, if not always, seen together. Is it a camouflage that we're seeing on the surface? That's how they hide the bases. You're looking straight up at what everyone wants to see. It looks not complex, right? Well, that's the ideal. The ideal is to hide this from us. That's the big secret. Those objects are filled all over the surface with lines going both in and out of the surface, and we're seeing lights leave the moon. Come on, guys. What are we looking at here? This is a green surface around Copernicus, not far from Copernicus. Look at the greenery and look at them. They're patches, okay? You could clearly see that they're patches. The color could be wrong, some say. I respect that because of refraction and whatnot, but there's still patches. So the structures that we just saw also, the supposed bases, they could also be satellites, my friends. Communication devices. Maybe the whole moon's a communication device for us here on Earth. Maybe we're the aliens, right? Well, either way, to them we are. So, again, near Copernicus, just on the other side, guys, we're talking less than 30 kilometers from Copernicus. Look at the white reflective objects with the black over to the right, to the right side of the circle. What the hell is going on? Lines going to it, and that line again that goes literally up towards right there, Copernicus crater. One of my favorite captures is this area, and watch with the filtering. It's like boom, it's popping, right? I don't even have to sharpen it because I like seeing the natural look of it. I'm not going to hide it. When you sharpen it, guys, everything becomes a freaking building. I wish people would stop doing that. Okay, they're just looking for a square on the moon, looking for a square on the moon. They see a square on the moon. They not saturate, but they sharpen the shit out of it so that lines and edges get jagged. Look at that. What you're looking at? You're looking at a real constructed object, and the way you're seeing it, it's because it's a real telescope image. No bullshit, right? It's not something I whipped up, right? We could see that everything, all the objects have the same reflectivity as the surface, and they have the same, how can I say it? The same reflectivity, literally, is what I mean. Like, it's not an object that's brighter or less bright than the surface. It's exactly the same. Look at that, guys, with the green. Look at that. You're looking at a base setup or construction or a machine or something, but it is definitely construction. It is definitely construction. And this should be on the news. That's just my opinion. But again, watch with the different filterings. I mean, it's just incredible. Dessel Schamberger, thank you so much. And Dale Adamson, thank you so much for the generous contributions, guys. I love you so much for it. Dale says, don't get caught up by the mainstream bullshit. And that's exactly what some people are doing. I get it. Stories are hard to follow right now. Keep your eyes and ears open. And Dessel Schamberger says, buy yourself something, Bruce, for your equipment. Thanks so much, guys. Disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.